Hey, hello everyone. I am kind of back hopefully in a reduced capacity. So I have been not really making videos, as you all know, for about 3 years now. After making videos for 3 years solidly as what was at the time pretty much my full-time hobby. I decided I would take a break. My children were starting to get a bit older. My second child was born and I just didn't have any spare time to make videos. Also, I knew that the Raspberry Pi Foundation was really starting to step up in the type of material they were building, and people in the community didn't need to really make as much as they did in the early days. However, that said, we are now in 2019 and I figure that this is a really good time to have a look at stuff again, mainly because I have a bigger house and more space to put stuff, but also I have two beginners in my home who I can teach and I can show them how to do this fantastic stuff. So at the moment the Raspberry Pi Foundation released the Raspberry Pi 4 not that long ago, so I figured the best way to start would be to get hold of one of the latest Pis, and to do that I would need to pop into their shop, as I am lucky enough to live in Cambridge, or near Cambridge, so let's do that. So I dropped in today at the Raspberry Pi store. It is crazy to think that it's been sort of 3 years since I created a video, and it's been about 7 years since the Pi first came out, and since then they've opened the store in Cambridge's Grand Arcade. My understanding is that this shop has been a roaring success since they've opened it. I've gone in and just grabbed some swag. I've got myself a new Pi 4, and I've also got myself a what did I get? Education kits, robot kits, which I know William will love. And that's going to be great, and we'll go from there. So William, what do we have in there?
So, Raspberry Pi 4 computer.
4 computer, yep. So this is actually, what this means is this is the 4th Raspberry Pi. So this is the Raspberry Pi and it's the 4th model we have. And it's a Model B, which means it's a slightly bigger board, and it's got 4 gigs of RAM, which is a huge amount of RAM. So let's just quickly see how we open this. I think we just, yep, just pops open. Aha! There we go. We have our Raspberry Pi. Or should I say your Raspberry Pi? Or our Raspberry Pi? Our Raspberry Pi. Okay, great. What do they give in the box nowadays? So, oh, we get some instructions. Read the instructions. It says, handle with care, I guess. Do not get too hot. Don't touch the chip because it's hot. And make sure you put the SD card the right way. I don't know. Right, anyway. Here's the instructions, but we don't need instructions because I'm here to teach you, because we are the beginners channel. Now, the change here for me is the change over to USB-C. I'm not sure if that's necessary, but they've done it. Maybe because I own old phones and stuff, but yeah, that's that there. This looks quite physically different. I think we need a case. So this, for about 3 years, was where a lot of my kit, my Raspberry Pi kit, actually sat. My main thing I love more than anything is my limited edition blue Raspberry Pi that is signed by Eben Upton himself, which is one of my prized possessions, number 833. I have absolutely no idea where the rest of them are because they all appear to have gone somewhere, but that's what we got there. And then in here is my blue Pi, very rare Chinese Redboard Pi. signed Raspberry Pi mug. It is some work I did for the foundation, doing some work for the teachers. Now, what would any Raspberry Pi enthusiast be without a massive selection of SD cards? Models before they move to the micro SD card, and what I'm actually hunting for today is a micro SD card reader because I don't have one at the moment on me. So that's another red Pi. I guess that's the second model they did. Didn't think that was my only box, did you? This case won't fit because there's not enough ports on the side. Oh, I'm finding parts of this case everywhere. Here's another one. There's a Pi in there as well. Look how few ports it's got. This must be an old one. So anyway, the plan is going to be to try and make a couple of videos. I'm going to go back over a lot of the old material, check it's all relevant, make sure everything's good. We're going to start back from the beginning. We're going to look at building our SD cards up, putting Noob software on, things that there are lots of tutorials out there for, but just to make sure that things are current and up to date for 2019. It's been a long time since the Raspberry Pi first came out, and going through those boxes is a bit like a history lesson in the Raspberry Pi. I've got pretty much one of every single model that's in there, Wi-Fi dongles hanging off of things, big fat SD cards and stuff like that, loads of different power USB hubs and things they don't even make anymore. So going to go through all of those things and just update things and make sure everything's nice and fresh, and hopefully we can help out a lot of people get started along with my kids. So if you want to support what I'm doing here, like this video, subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to get the latest notifications for when videos go up. Thanks for watching.